1/3 of Canadian adults are overdue for or have never had an eye exam, with costs being the largest barrier to seeing an optometrist. That is according to a new national survey conducted by Specsavers Canada ahead of World Sight Day. And joining us this morning to discuss is Naomi Barber, Clinical Services Director for Specsavers Canada. Good morning to you, Naomi.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Thanks so much for being here. It's such an important study that you guys have conducted. So tell us a little bit about the purpose that fueled the Canada Eyecare Report of 2025.
Sure, yeah. So Specsavers is on a mission to reduce avoidable blindness caused by undiagnosed eye disease. So this is really that first step to truly understand the barriers that exist for Canadians in accessing eye care, and we found some really interesting things.
Yeah, well, I'm excited to talk about them. So what were some of the key findings that you would think our viewers would be surprised to hear about?
Yeah, sure. So lots in the report, but I'll probably boil it down to three things. The first was that 1/3 of Canadians are overdue for their eye exam.
Right.
17% actually said it's been over 5 years or they've never seen an optometrist. So that was a big finding, and one that when we look at more closely, we can see children and seniors in particular are affected there. So something to work on. The second area was that 51% of people reported that cost was a concern when it came to their eye care. And when we dig a little bit deeper in that data, what we see is that for provincial insurance and for extended benefits, there can often be a lot of confusion over what's covered and how people are going to fare in terms of that experience. So another area of interest. And finally, probably the really big one, 42% of people who responded to the survey said that they felt that if there was a problem with their vision, they'd know about it. And as optometrists, we know that that simply isn't true.
Right.
We really need to make sure that people are getting checked routinely to ensure that their vision is in a good shape, and that really relies on routine examinations with an optometrist.
Right on. And so obviously there's a lot of things that could be beneath the surface. So can you tell us a little bit about what happens during an eye exam and what's one of the most important key parts of that?
Absolutely. So a standard comprehensive eye exam from an optometrist is not just about getting glasses and doing the check on the screen. It is also about a comprehensive eye health check. And at Specsavers, we use a technology called OCT, which is a 3D advanced scan of the eye, which really helps the optometrist to see intricately the layers of the back of the eye and detect major eye conditions at their earliest possible point. And that then, of course, helps to preserve and protect vision.
So what's your advice to someone who thinks their eyesight is okay, as you mentioned? So they might think, oh, I don't need an eye exam. What would you tell them if they were listening?
Yeah, I think ultimately it's about really understanding that optometrists are doctors of the eyes. So they check eye health. And that is incredibly important no matter your age. So making sure that you're seeing an optometrist routinely for eye exams. The Canadian Association of Optometry recommends annual eye exams for children and for seniors. Okay. And if you're a healthy adult, probably every 2 years is okay, but you should be following the direction of your optometrist.
All right. Well, Naomi, I want to say thank you so much. And of course, everything we talked about today is for reference, and folks should be contacting an optician or optometrist before making any decisions. Thank you again for your time with us this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.